Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Hello, this is Steve from Key West, and yes, this is a fun show today. We've got the rating of Kathy Kuhl, her bourbon celebrity rating, and it's fun because you get Luke Otero in there, who, of course, is a very generous rater, and I tried to, be normal, what actually the actual score should be, so fun shenanigans occur. Kathy is angry. I think she's still mad about it to this day. She just brought this one up, which ends up bringing this show not only to you while we're on vacation, but also kind of revives this idea. So we've got one coming up that we're getting ready to record. As I do this recording, it's going to be happening tonight to old Von Nieters, so we'll see what his score is. Preview, I'm not going to give him a good rating. I mean, is Von Nieters on the bourbon celebrity radar? Well, he's appeared on this show a bunch of times at this point, but I don't know, a 3 maybe? I mean, I don't think that name really is huge yet, and we'll have some fun, but I can't wait to see what everybody else rates them. So I feel like the scores should all be in that, but we'll see. But here's Kathy's show. Take care, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we assess Kathy Kuhl's bourbon celebrity rating. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, J-Ro, Kathy Kuhl, and Luke Otero.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, so yeah, it's not normally that we do these where by request, Kathy requested to get one of these done for her, so that's how this one came about. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do it, and yeah, should be a fun day today. But before
I'm
we get to
personally
that,
mortified by the topic.
Kathy said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, Kathy?
It is. So, what is the dumbest thing you've done that you're willing to admit?
Today or
Dumbest thing that you're.
I'll give you a 30 or 60 day limit if you need one.
Oh, in the last 30 to 60 days?
How much time do we have?
How much time do we have?
Huh.
I mean, I could really fuck this whole thing up. I mean, like, just, do you want to know in the last 2 hours or like?
Well, let's hear something,
I
J-Ro.
am
Get us started. J-Ro, get us started. What's the dumbest thing you've done?
Well, I'm a strawberry blonde. I have a college degree, a great career. I would consider myself book smart and street smart. Common sense, though, is lagging. But I'm also accident prone. Every fucking day, something that would never happen to anyone else happens to me. I actually have a split lip from picking up cigarette butts from having company off the deck, and a little baby piece of wicker furniture was sticking out, and I bend down to pick up the cigarette butts, and it splits my lip open. My lip swells up 10 times its normal size. Clearly, I'm allergic to something in it. That was just yesterday. I mean, on the date. That's actually, it's funny that you say that, Kathy. That was actually going to be something I brought up. But I thought, I'll just let it ride. I just want to know, does that happen to everyone else, or is it just me?
McDo.
Yeah, no, my life is a series of small accidents, honestly. Like, daily, I injure myself. Like, look at my finger. I cut my nail. Like, my fingernail is cut in half and about to fall off, and I can't look at it. I have issues right now. Like, I injure myself on a pretty regular, stupid basis.
If people didn't know better, it would seem like I was like domestically abused.
Yeah.
Because I am covered in bruises.
I had a whole bruise here the other day. It's gone now. I'm glad. I don't know what it was from. I just wake up with them. There's a cut on the back of my hand. I don't know where that came from. I'm just a hot mess.
But everyone knows that clearly that's not going down, because I'm from the South and I will whoop someone. But I just injure myself on the reg, like
regularly.
Okay.
On the reg. Yeah.
I'd say the dumbest thing that I do regularly at this point is every customer who comes in the store has to be greeted. When we don't say hello from behind the bar, we go up and we introduce ourselves, we shake our hands. But I'm not so good at remembering names and faces. Certainly some you do, but I'll embarrass myself all the time, and I get so angry at myself, which is like, yeah, we met last week, or I was in here and I bought this. I'm like, oh, shit. Or what's even worse is
5 times before I remember a face.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm terrible. I'll remember faces, but not names. I'll be like, who is that? I know them.
Right.
I've talked to them so many
tough.
times, and I have no idea what their name is. It's
You know,
when you're
Steve,
trying to
what
be
you
good, then you call it the
what
wrong
you do
name.
next is say, I'm sorry, but you look so much like Mike, and he was in the other day as well, and I couldn't tell if you were Mike or you, and you just play it off. Like, I'm sorry, you just look so much like Mike or Frank, or you pick a name and you're like, you're so close and familiar. I thought I knew you, but I was going to get the name wrong.
Yeah, I'm terrible with that. Like, my cousins have a chili cook-off every year. All their friends come, we go. And Chris was like, hey, you remember Jeff from last year? I'm like, nope. And I was like, yeah, clearly I do. After I see him and we start talking and we're all drinking, I'm like, yeah, I do remember these people. Had no idea what their names were. And I spent hours with them at these parties. Like, no idea.
It's embarrassing.
It is. And I feel like an asshole. I'm like, I should know these people's names.
Yeah.
Especially with
we do
your
anything
celebrity
dumb?
rating where it is.
It's pretty much along the same lines as you and the name thing. In the world of politics, I've pretty much got all those down because it's a relationship thing that I've had for over 33 years. But in the distribution side, when you're meeting so many different sales managers and store managers, and I have to be quick on my feet, and I'll use because I'm bilingual, I'll call them something in Spanish, and it's not bad. It's just it's respectful, but it's not their name. My kids give me a hard time every time, and this happens more often than not. Is that they'll introduce me to their friends or something, and that goes in one ear and out the other. And when they come back, I say, "Oh, hey Jimmy, how you doing?" They just go along with it. They say, "Hi, Mr. Otero," and then the kids will tell me afterwards, "His name's not Jimmy." You call everybody Jimmy.
Like, hey, champ.
Champ.
Hey, boss, how you doing?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that happens more often than not, Kathy. So thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. Well, Kathy, how about you? You asked the question. What have you done?
My dumb thing trumps all of your dumb things.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I was fishing around behind my couch, and I have a lot of, there's a power strip back there. I've got plugs back there, and everything goes off. So I'm like, all right, I gotta fix the socket. So living by myself, that means I have to go down and try 4 different breakers. So I'm upstairs and downstairs 4 different times before I find the right breaker. Pull the electrical socket out. Everything's connected correctly. I don't know why this electrical socket isn't working. I put it all back together, and I look over at the wall, and I'm like, oh, when I was digging around behind the couch, I flipped the switch off.
Oh.
You really just did all the breaker work when it was just a little switch.
No, it's a switch that always stays in the up position.
Yeah.
And when I was digging around, apparently part of me hit the switch off. But instead of checking the switch first, I did all the hard work.
Been there, done that.
And it was the switch.
We should actually get T-shirts. Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. There you go.
Yeah, that's
All
my
right.
thing.
All right. Well,
It's the strawberry blonde.
it happens. That stuff just happens. So, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. I'll go first. I've got the Evan Williams Master Blend, which is a blend of famous Evan Williams products. This is a screw top, no cork pop. So I am out of this one. So we're going to start this one with MacNew. MacNew, what do you got?
I have some limousine rye from the
That's good.
Okay.
Not much of pork though.
That's enough. It could be. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Next up is going to be J-Ro. J-Ro, what do you got?
Happened old granddad bonded.
Okay. Okay. No, MacNew's still got the lead. She's clinging to it, just barely. Kathy, you're next.
I'm going to open up my Papa's birthday barrel.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. There's a lot going on there. So much squeak.
I know.
So much slosh.
I know.
There was a decent cork pop in there.
And it's
I'm going to say Kathy beat MacNew, but with the penalty points, they're actually tied. They're dead. They're in a dead heat. Okay. All right. So Luke, here's where we're at. It's you versus Kathy and MacNew. What do you got?
I've got the Smoke Wagon barrel strength.
Okay.
Nope.
No, not
It was cute though.
Yeah. Congratulations to MacNew and Kathy. You went on a rare tie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be time to talk to Kathy, and we'll figure out her bourbon celebrity ranking. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Kathy Kuhl, and I can't wait to pet your goat. And you're listening to the ABV Network.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are ranking Kathy Kuhl's Bourbon Celebrity Rating.
Yes, we are. We had a long commercial break in there, and what we did is we were talking, and Kathy feels she should be in the 90 percentile.
Yeah.
99. He's like right under Jimmy Russell. It's weird.
Yeah. So Jimmy Russell's perfection. He'd be 100, and 0 is Eddie Bolton. So you're trying to get somewhere between 0 Eddie Bolton and 100 Jimmy Russell, Kathy. Okay,
that's right. That's right.
All right. Before we get to voting and assessing a score to Kathy, we are able to ask her questions. What sort of questions would you like to ask Kathy to help determine her bourbon celebrity status?
Kathy, I think you're like an ultimate bourbon fan. Like, you come on the podcast, you go to events, you're very into it. Would you like a career or a side hustle in bourbon?
Okay.
Oh, that's my dream. I would leave everything right now for a career in bourbon or even a side hustle.
What does that look like? Like, what role do you want in bourbon?
I'm the best tour guide you've ever met.
Or you would be a great tour guide. You would have the most fun. I want Kathy as a tour guide. Go work somewhere. I'm going to.
I can get down with that.
Yeah, you would be an excellent tour guide. I love that.
I know.
The best, better than Freddie Johnson, you feel you'd be?
Well, she's come so factual tonight, like prep paperwork.
She'd have research. She'd have the research.
Better, but different.
Yeah.
Different.
I can get down with that. 100%.
That's the one thing I've enjoyed about meeting Kathy through the podcast. And this is our first time we podcast together, but the time she's been on, like J-Rose said, that she has done her research and she's very thorough. So my question would be to you is, if you couldn't be a tour guide, where else do you think you could apply yourself in this industry?
Oh, brand ambassador.
Brand ambassador.
You would be excellent at that too, actually.
All right.
If I can learn it, and if I don't know it, I'll bullshit my way through, and I can get you to believe me.
If you believe it, they'll believe it.
Okay. What else? Kathy, what's been your greatest bourbon accomplishment so far?
I've been able to be a part of many barrel picks.
Okay.
Not just through the ABV network, but personally, I've been able to pick barrels, and that's just so much fun.
Okay. And I asked this to McNeil when we were evaluating her. If we go through your phone, how many bourbon celebrities do you have in there?
I would say 0, Steve.
Okay.
0.
Unless
you count you and McNew.
Okay.
I think we count. We have two.
Okay, I have 2.
McNew scored 72. She's verified. She gets a little blue check mark. She's verified.
I don't even have to pay $8 for it.
You do owe me $8 a month now, McNew. But yes, you are verified. So you are verified with a score of 72.
It'll be fine.
I can think of 2 distillers that probably know me by name.
Okay.
Who would that be?
Demetrius and Lenny.
What about Royce? Royce doesn't know you by name?
I don't know. I feel like Becca knows me, but I'm never sure if Royce really knows who I am.
All right. What about Adam Stumpf?
Yeah,
Adam Stumpf would like to forget me.
Okay. What Gary Heingardner certainly remembers who you are.
I think Gary Heingardner would see me and think I know her from somewhere, but he wouldn't know my name.
He wouldn't know your name. Okay. What about Jackie Zykan? You're friends with her dad.
I'm really good friends with her dad. Saw him today.
Yeah, that gets some points,
what a
right?
small, weird world. That's cool.
So the fun thing about him is, I think since he's met me, he appreciates his daughter's role.
That sounds like a bourbon celebrity thing, right?
Even more.
That sounds
there
like
you go. There you go.
You see him via your dental practice
yes.
work.
If HIPAA were allowed to tell you that, I would say yes. But there are no HIPAA police, so I will say yes.
Does he just have terrible teeth? Because you've seen him like 3 times in the last month.
He can't tell you that if he did.
He must have terrible teeth.
let's just say he had an emergency issue and then he decided to come back and get a checkup and cleaning. And
he's got some bad chompers.
Hold on,
his teeth are in great shape.
He goes to the dentist. His teeth are like amazing because he's like a fucking he's a nut job about his teeth. So it doesn't mean you have bad ones if you go a lot.
3 times in a month. That's too much.
Hold on.
I don't care who you are. 3 times.
I worked at the dentist office when I was in college for 5 years. The dental health is very important in my life and my whole life.
Keep their teeth
She damn near killed a guy.
Hey, you only floss the teeth you want to keep.
No, so maybe he's just coming in because he's like, Kathy's here. I get to see a bourbon.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why he's coming 3 times a month.
Yeah.
I will campaign that is the truth, but really, I think I just make him feel really proud of his daughter.
Oh, that's even better, actually.
What about Dave from Still 630? Does he know who you are?
He knows that I like to taste his product, but I don't think he knows my name.
Okay, fair enough. Jero, any questions for you?
If I had $1 for every time I heard that, I'm just kidding.
You'd have $2.4 billion and live in California.
74 cents. No, I think we covered a lot of the questions. I should just have a comment. I mean, I think you would make an excellent tour guide and an excellent brand ambassador, like hand in hand, like 100%. Like,
I'm going to put this out there. Anybody looking for a tour guide or a brand ambassador?
Tour guide or brand ambassador?
Look out for you.
I am KK Cast Strength on Instagram.
Okay.
I like it.
Maybe Demetrius will be hiring. Demetrius or who's the other one that knows you?
Lenny.
Oh, Lenny. Yeah,
well, Lenny knows everyone.
This is true.
Demetrius posted that he was he was harvesting the corn or harvesting something. I was like, damn, if I didn't have a day job, I would love to drive a corn getter-upper. Can I just drive a corn getter-upper?
Hell yeah.
Corn getter-upper.
You write a country song about that.
Oh. All right. It is now time to assess Kathy. That was her time to shine, but now the power's taken away from her, and it lays in the hands of the judges who will be judging her and scoring her. We'll start with J-Ro. J-Ro, tell us why, and then tell us your score for Kathy.
Well, so I've just met Kathy, and
but you know of her because of her bourbon celebrity status.
I do know of her. I'm going to give her a 52.
52. Okay. Interesting. All right. Next up is Luke.
I too just met Kathy in person, but I've been a follower of hers since you have been bringing her on the shows, and I really enjoy what she does and the research she does, and the effort she puts forward, and the enthusiasm she gives out. So I'm going to give her a solid 70.
70. Okay. 70. She's doing good. McNeil, what do you think?
All right, so I think people do know Kathy, especially the ABV network. We expect to see you at events, and if you're not there, we're like, where's Kathy today? We do miss you if you're not around. And I think the Bourbon Daily listeners like Luke do like you and appreciate you because you do a lot of research, you come with good points, and you're funny and you're fun. And I like hanging out with you, but I like some karma, so I'm giving you a 31.
31. There you go. That's fair. That's what she gave McNew when she was evaluating. So, Kathy is great, and Kathy is on her way. She's starting to build a resume here. She's coming on the Bourbon Daily more and more. And you know what? That doesn't happen by accident. That happens. I ultimately control who comes on the show, and you'll see I have some people on, and then I have some people on a lot, and Kathy's certainly in the heavy rotation because I like what she does. She comes prepared, she comes funny, and she's part of this show now, moving ahead. Now, that being said, she's relatively new to what she's doing. I feel like she's got a long way to go. As far as the bourbon world, not a lot of bourbon celebrities know her by name yet. She's working on that. I think that she has plenty of work ahead of her, and if she sticks with it, I think she can be a big deal because she certainly has the knowledge. I think that's a good base to start with. She has the passion for bourbon. That's a good thing. She just has to continue to work her way and maybe land a job in bourbon or those type of things, get involved, events and things like that. So that being said, Kathy, I give you an 8.
Oh,
all right.
Wow. I'm honored. I'm over Jim.
It sounded like a 50, 60. It sounded like a
No, he gave me more than Jim.
It's true. Jim's a 1 point.
And that's coming up tomorrow.
All right. So how we do this is we toss the high score. That was a 70. We toss the low score. That was an 8. That leaves a 52 and a 31. And we take an average of that. And that means, Kathy, your score is 41.5.
That's solid. That's a good score.
Yeah.
I'm so
You've got my
thankful.
vote. You've got my vote.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of room to grow, Kathy. A lot of room to grow.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
You know what your base is now. So you are verified. You now owe me $8 a month. And what's unique about me, for an extra $2 a month, making it an even 10, I will have a trending arrow. So on that trending arrow, it'll say, is that score going up? Is it staying the same, or is it going down? Now, as we went through and evaluated McNew, I talked on the show about hers going straight up. I feel like McNew was, while she had a very good score of 72, she's still on the rise in the world of bourbon. And her next to her verified check mark would be the up arrow. And Kathy, I can tell you too, with your score of 41.5, you would also have the up arrow next to your name. You're still trending upwards in the world of bourbon. How about
thank
that?
you.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. Congratulations on that.
And Kathy, I feel like people don't know me enough. If you ever need a reference when you apply to be a tour guide, just put me as a former manager somewhere. I've been so many of my friends' managers for references. Like,
oh wait, you can solidly put me down. Actually,
yeah. I'll be anybody's manager. I'll be like, she was my best employee. We miss her so much. She's gonna do wonders.
I think I may have made a little name for myself in this little community that I live in. So maybe put me down. I don't care. Okay. Call me by my full name though.
Too bad we're not evaluating J-Ro. That would have been a fun one to see, but that's not happening tonight. Yeah. That's not happening.
That has to happen at some point. I think that would be fun.
I think it does. I think everyone has to get evaluated.
I do have some a couple fun pictures. So,
okay,
Steve, I hope I get to be a part of that show because I'm a big fan of J-Ro.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go.
Everyone should have Luke Otero on their rating show.
Oh yeah, Luke he gives good scores.
He does. I love it. I'm in.
I tell you what, I write the shows. I'm gonna stack the audience. I'm gonna see who gives the nicest ratings. I'm gonna load it with those folks. That's gonna be how we find out who goes on my shows evaluating me. Luke's there. He's
like the nicest man in the world. He's clearly 99.9.
All right, well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. J-Ro, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at jro.bourbon.pro.
All right, Kathy.
Well, for now, you can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength, but maybe someday in the future, you will find me as a brand ambassador or a tour guide at your favorite distillery.
Okay. She made a move recently to up her bourbon celebrity status by joining Instagram. So that was...
I know, right? And you didn't even ask me how many followers I have.
Yeah.
I think I followed from 3 of my accounts.
Well, there you go. You got 3 of McNew's accounts following you, so that's good.
Up in the follower account for you.
Yeah.
I have 82 followers.
All right, there you go. Luke, how about you? Where can people find you?
At Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram and Luke Otero on LinkedIn.
Right, McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing, the ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.